Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Suryakanca and I am from University of Suryakanca. As a member of the government, we want you to recap this motion from the first place. But first thing first, I also would rebuttal the opening opposition as I follow my argumentation. Okay, so as we see in Indonesia that education hasn't spread equally, evenly that cause the teenager will choose this standardization that put from the K-pop industries. So why it is harmful to many people in all around the world, especially in Indonesia? So. Even we have some question in choosing a beauty standard. In fact, that many teenagers are being a victim of a paid product, because of the low budget. Unfortunately, it destroy their seems like their skin structure, their too, and etc. Just because they want to follow their K-pop. And why this is so dangerous? This is so dangerous because in the first place, as mentioned by the opening opposition, that the K-pop industries is industries that based from profit, is profit based. So they didn't care about what happened to you. They didn't care what happened to all the followers. They just didn't care that their companies get enough money for them and get all of the money. Okay. Move on to the next thing, as mentioned by my opening government, that many of their followers of the K-pop industries want to be look lighter, want to be look smaller, want to be look lighter, thinner, and also want to be look more beautiful. Because of what? Because of the standardization that created by the K-pop industries. So. I would like to follow to the next point. The point is from the social, and also I want to mention from the opening government that this kind of standardization make a pressure to the society, or in this place many girls and also many women and also a man. Can you imagine how this case happened to our society? It happened by many people want to look, as mentioned before, want to look more lighter, want to look more beautiful, want to look more handsome because of the standardization that it is create pressure and also make people less confident if they are not look like their idol or displace the idol from the K-pop industries. And also we also want you to think that the self-acceptance is more important than the confidence or than the pressure that you get from this kind of standardization. Okay, so we as a feminist movement strongly oppose or aggressively oppose this K-pop industry to shut down. Okay, move on to the next argument. As mentioned that there is well the discrimination. So where is this discrimination place? This discrimination place in many places. Seems like in the K-pop industries itself, but it happened for their talent. Seems like if you see how the trainee or maybe many K-pop star before they become a K-pop star, they should follow a designated rule that they need to follow. Maybe it took 2 years or maybe 3 years. Seems like the company, that SM company, YG company, they need to hire a most beautiful, or in this place a most perfect woman or a most perfect man to represent their K-pop industries. And why? It makes that self-acceptance is not needed in this first place. And then move on to the next recommendation. If we look from the economic side, many fanatic fans or this kind of fanaticism from the K-pop, the K-pop industries didn't do so much to stop this fanaticism. This fanaticism is so bad. Why is so bad? It can make you crazy and etc. It can make you stressful, and if you didn't meet with your K-pop idol. So how these companies or how these K-pop industries monopoly the fanatic the idols or the fanatism that came from their followers. So they make it seems like if we see in Indonesia where McDonald's and also BTS collaborated with their McNugget and etc. And it has created a cluster where many traditional are also online instances like Gojek and Grab go to the McDonald's without any protocol at all, and we see that this worker or the Grab or Gojek worker, they go because of the fanatism from the K-pop idol, and also we also know where the K-pop industries or the leader of the companies put strategies in this. They shut down many McDonald's stall in every cities because of the problem of didn't follow the COVID protocol. And move on to the next point of the economic. K-pop industries killing the local industries and harm the local community. How it harm the local community? It harm the local community with the strategies like put the standard for the beauties and etc. And also move on to the next thing is a proud. Why I say the proud? It seems like this. As mentioned by the opening opposition, that K-pop industries is based on is profit based. It means that it is necessary if the product is good or not. It's necessary if they make money as much as possible. So it doesn't matter if the product is bad or not. Move on to the next argument. As mentioned by DO, this K-pop industries put standard and maintenance figure, follow the standards, like in this case the beauty. So honestly in the world in many companies in Indonesia put this. Seems like if you want to become an employee in some banks, you need to look beautiful, you need to look good looking, you need to be attractive and etc. Because of the standardization that made by the K-pop industries. Move on to the next thing is a pressure. From the cycle side, it is creation the people by make people overthinking and etc. So at the end of the day, happiness is come from ourselves. The happiness didn't come from the other point of view. And by the K-pop industries make the standardization, it make our K-pop industries. So to stop the standardizations that create from many industries, we as the government or the member of government want to stop the standardizations that create from many industries, not only from the K-pop industries, but the discussion K-pop industries gain rise, and very proud to oppose this motion. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fadal Arbi. I am participating in this debate as a student from the University of Suryakanca. I stand here as the closing member of the opposition team in this debate. Bismillah. First of all, I would like to refute what the previous proposing team just said. First of all, they said that the K-pop industry doesn't care for its fan. Now this, unfortunately, is a bad generalization. This is a baseless assumption made by the proposing team. If, say, the K-pop industry doesn't care for its fans, then how come they are surviving up until now? Really, there is something going on. It's because they hear for their fans. K-pop industry care for its fans by showing them like products, and the products are, they said, K-pop idols. Second is that The proposing team has been talking about the beauty standard for so much, they forgot that beauty standard doesn't exist everywhere in this world. Like beauty standard doesn't exist in developing countries because in developing countries they don't look how beautiful you are. As long as you can work, then it's good for the economy. Now I would like to make my arguments for this case. As I said earlier, beauty standard doesn't exist everywhere. Now this means that we could make this the non-existence of beauty standard in developing countries, and thus by using it as a reference, we can make better lifestyle for the developing countries, for the citizens of the developing countries. By this, I mean, why we can open their mind. Why are they beauty standards? They are beauty standards because they are hygiene, they are clean, thus they are beautiful. In developing countries, this is an important point, and such we can raise hygiene and personal life in developing countries. Second, I would like to talk about the liberation of beauty standard. In ages, long time, we see that the beauty standard always originated either from America or from India. By using K-pop as our outlet to express our idea, the Asia, or more specifically, the Korean idea of beauty, we can open the mind of the world a little bit by bit, and so hope that other countries can follow this step. Showing beauty to the rest of the world, that is, you can say, one of the goals of K-pop. By showing your beauty or expressing yourself confidently, we can help women or people that are insecure about their beauty. By showing ourselves confidently, we are helping them. By this, we don't need feminism, because helping women and other people to feel more secure about their own is one of the goals of feminism. And by this, so as I said earlier, feminism doesn't need to oppose the K-pop industry that aggressively. Right. Earlier, one of the proposing teams said that discrimination in media is very awful and other. First of all, this is not discrimination. This is simply a progress of qualification and standard. Why this qualification and standard exist in the first place? It's because the society, they want entertainment. They want good-looking people to be in display. If you want to blame someone or something for the existence of these beauty standards that you claim to discriminate other people, then you should blame society in the first place. Then in the first place, you shouldn't oppose K-pop or anything. Instead, you should form society. You should open the mind of society and say that beauty is not just what is displayed on the screen. Beauty could be the personalities, the characters that you have inside you. Now, I would like to deliver my role as the closing opposition team. I would like to conclude. I would like to revise all of the points that my previous team has said. First of all, the spectrum of a beauty standard. The idea of a beauty standard, it is a very broad topic to talk about. There's so many things that define a beauty, and thus K-pop is not to blame for the high standard, for the standardization of the beauty. K-pop is more on the creative and innovative role for Korea, not for the rest of the world. The current trend and the lifestyle, it's not only for K-pop to blame. The current lifestyle is also affected by our society, by the current trend and the ongoing lifestyle. K-pop can encourage, yes, okay, moving on. K-pop can encourage men and also non-binary people to better express themselves, to better express their confidence in their beauty. Society consistently demands for entertainment. Thus, the demand and supply for this entertainment is one to the blame for the high beauty standards in K-pop society, in K-pop industry. The opposing team also pointed out that the proposing team has inconsistent stamp or points. Beauty is now more diverse instead, thanks to K-pop. We don't get like white, blonde, tall woman anymore. We also get to see that beauty could be like short female with yellow tone skin, with Asian tone skin, or a short black haired female and such, thanks to K-pop. Now, industries are to blame for the fantasies made by fanatics. This, moving on, K-pop still exists because, as I said earlier, many supplies and demands from society. Entertainment, this is because entertainment relies on rating and views originated from society. Now that is all from me. I hope I have fulfilled my role as the closing opposition team very successfully. And before I would like to withdraw myself, those points, I hope you listen to them. Those points are why I disagree with this notion that feminism should not aggressively oppose the K-pop industry. Thank you for listening.